I would like to invite you all to join me as we tour the estate of the Maggie Lena Walker. Maggie and her family lived in this estate from 1905 until 1934.
Oh.
Massive estate is over 5,000 square feet. Can you imagine? The great room held concerts. The library had distinguished guests and visitors. I'm so excited to bring you guys along for this tour. Miss Walker also started Richmond's first NAACP chapter. Once Miss Walker got married, she turned in her teacher's license and she put on her entrepreneurial hat. See, she started the Luke's Penny Saving Bank, and she also had a newspaper. Before we start our tour, I want to leave you with this information. Miss Walker was big on community and philanthropy. Those are two things I want you to focus on as we go on this journey.
Now imagine being born in Richmond, Virginia, 1864, just as the Civil War was ending. Imagine growing up in a society where racism and sexism limited the opportunities available to Black Americans, and especially Black women. And your house still looking like this. I mean, come on, she ate. In all seriousness, Maggie also recognized the importance of information and community. She established the St. Luke Herald, a newspaper that connected members of the organization and addressed issues affecting the Black community. Come on, my girl was a whole journalist out here. And on top of that, she had great taste. I want you to pay special attention to this dining area. Look at this. This is nice by today's standards. My girl had expensive taste. And in 1903, Maggie Walker helped establish the St. Luke's Penny Saving Bank in Richmond. She was quoted saying, "Take the nickels and turn them into dollars, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And you could take that to the bank." Now, Maggie Lena Walker was distinguished outside of the house, but she really wanted to focus on keeping her family inside her home. That's why it was so big, and it included things like in-house laundry. Look at this laundry room. No, for real, look at this laundry room. Miss Walker also had a den at it, and they called it Marvin's room. And this was so her sons could enjoy a little bit of liqueur inside of the home. Her goal was to keep her family inside of the home where they were safe. And Miss Walker did not like alcohol. I just want to stress that. That's why it was a compromise on her behalf to make sure that her kids were able to enjoy the home as much as she did. Now, remember how I said Miss Walker wanted to keep her family close? Well, keep that in mind as we come upstairs to these bedrooms, because not only were her sons staying there, but their wives. And when they had children, they welcomed the whole family in there. This was a multi-generational household, complete with in-house plumbing. I mean, she did her thing. I just want y'all to know, later in life, Miss Walker could not get up and down these stairs, okay? Somebody had to carry her down these stairs to get her in a car. I don't think that has anything to do with this video for real, but FYI, these are some treacherous steps. So to have to carry somebody, my God, on today. This is her room though. Look at this room with a sitting area. She really showed out. Okay, so I'm not going to show the rest of the tour because Maggie really did her big one with this, and I want y'all to go see the house. It's in Richmond, Virginia, and it's beautifully preserved. So if you're in the area, I would encourage that you look up their hours because they are on a funky schedule, and you go. You will definitely learn something, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. Now, let's get into the historic relevance of Jackson Ward.
I hope by now you've heard of Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Harlem in New York. However, I would like to introduce you to and reintroduce others to Jackson Ward here in Richmond, Virginia. Jackson Ward spans 42 square blocks in Richmond, Virginia. It was home to places like theaters, ice cream parlors, hospitals, schools, grocery stores, everything that a community would need to be sustaining, and thriving.
What?
Now, after all that walking, I know you've worked up an appetite, and if you're over the age of 21, you probably want a little drink and you want to sit down and relax. If you're looking for somewhere to eat, look no further, I got you. Check out this restaurant. Nice vibes, nice decor. Everything in here was so good. And look at the food, y'all. I don't remember what I ordered, but you can't go wrong with this restaurant. You just can't.
So, now that I've explained the history of Jackson Ward and a little bit about Maggie Lena Walker, if you do decide to take a trip to Richmond, Virginia, make sure you stop by the Kroger spot. Only if you like good food, good service, and a good vibe. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time.